Welcome to the Stellaris Show. We're doing a little bit early, guys. A little bit, just a few minutes. It's October 16th, 2024. I'm Volairen, of course, and so we're playing Stellaris today. We're continuing our run. It's been pretty shaky so far. We just got into a war, and it was kind of an exchange, more or less. I think we were better off for it. They really did take a beating, though. Like, they had very unfavorable terms. We lost a little bit, but they lost a lot. So it kind of hurt everybody. It was kind of like the war didn't really help anyone too much. But anyway, so before we begin, let me just say that if you like my stuff, go ahead and like and subscribe to see more. Comment to let me know what you think. Join the Discord and attend my live streams if you want to hang out with me. Join and become a YouTube member if you'd like to invest in the channel. Other than that, thanks for everything you do regardless, including your view and your watch time. I appreciate it. And any chats you do. Everything you do is appreciated. That being said, you know, I have some notifications. Let me see if I've got any new comments here that I can respond to. Let's see. I'm looking. Well, I do have one. I think I already responded to it, though. But Mr. Doom 5920 replies to my research labs short, which you guys seem to really like a lot. You know, that's great. Says, wait, he has a point. As long as the worker is flagged as a priority, next pops won't take the research over the mining job. F me, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it is. If you favorite a job, that they tend to place... Honestly, I really wish they would just make it so that you would... Honestly, I would rather traits be automatically applied and you apply your jobs manually than the way it is now, where they apply the jobs for you and you have to manually pick leader traits. Like, I mean, obviously you probably want to pick both of them, but nah, jobs, I really wish they would let you pick where that new pop goes, but they don't. You have no control over where it goes. Yeah. I don't want to get into that. I got into that enough yesterday, though. But yeah, it's just... Anyway, the rest of these are just likes or not related to Stellaris, so... Yeah, I mean... Alright, with that, let's go ahead and... Hey, Echo, how's it going? You enjoy the shorts? Awesome, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy it. It seems like you guys are liking it more. I did notice that there's kind of a mixed bag when it comes to the amount of likes on my shorts about, you know, my opinion about Paradox and the DLC, which is understandable. You know, there's quite a bit of you guys out there that don't like the DLC, and they don't like the direction that Paradox is heading. And to be fair, there's some parts, some things Paradox has been doing that's, you know, that I don't like either. But I do feel like they are trying. I do feel that they do have good intentions, unlike some other companies. So as long as it's apparent that they do care about their player base and they are trying to improve, while hitting their bottom line, I think, which is kind of tough for it. I think with the case of Paradox, okay, to be completely honest here, and I've seen some videos recently about Paradox kind of bashing them a little bit, and you know, like, to be clear, I'm not like a super fanboy, right, when it comes to Paradox, but I gotta give it to them. They are trying. Like, if you put them, you can't put them in the same category with like Blizzard, Activision, or Electronic Arts, as far as like scummy, you know, development companies. I mean, they still have that essence. They still are trying to come out with good games. I just think they're just basically making mistakes. And, you know, we all make mistakes. So the thing is, as long as they're willing to learn from them and they do come out with good content, I mean, yeah. But yes, Paradox has definitely made some mistakes lately, for sure. But I don't think it's because of, you know, because they are a bad company. I think it's just they made a mistake. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's like with EA where like there's clearly an active agenda to like screw over the players and sucker as much money out of them as they possibly can. I don't really think that's going on with Paradox. And as long as I don't see that, I'm not really going to change like my opinion about Paradox. Like, are they the greatest company in the world? No, but they're not the worst by far. As far as like a AA developer, nearly AAA, they're doing pretty good compared to like, you know, Blizzard, Activision, some of these other really scummy companies that just absolutely do not care at all. Like, they don't listen to us at all. At least Paradox gives a damn. Like, at least they're still coming out with things like Machine Age. I mean, you know, as long as they're doing that, they're coming out with stuff like Machine Age, and they're actually acknowledging on their posts that, hey, yeah, we screwed up, and we're gonna do these things to try to fix stuff, and they're actively taking steps to like learn and grow from their mistakes. Like, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but as far as these other companies, man, like, again, I hate to use them as an example all the time, but yeah, Blizzard, Activision, it's an example of like a great company that like just went in the crapper. Like, they just, man, you know, and it didn't happen like all in one night, of course. So like, yeah, I mean, but definitely I am monitoring Paradox right now. You know, we'll see what they do. Now, they've come out with a couple, like, you know, questionable DLCs. I don't think they're breaking the game or anything. I mean, to be fair, most of their recent updates have been okay. I didn't like what they did to Federations, but like I said, I don't think the mistakes Paradox is making is coming from a place of we're not listening to our players. You know, we're just trying to get as much money as we can. We're trying to cash grab, anything like that. I don't really think that's what Paradox is about. I think really, you know, their overall vision is the same. So I think, like, they really do. I think they do at their core want to make great games. I just think, you know, they're making some blunders right now. But, you know, there's could be various reasons for that. But like, that's kind of, you know. So that's my take on it. You know, I think I'm kind of middle of the road when it comes to Paradox, but like to other companies, I'm kind of like, yeah, that's absolute garbage. So yeah, it is a mixed bag. It absolutely is. It's a mixed bag. I say buy the DLCs that are good. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm buying the DLCs that are good, and the ones like Grand Archive and Cosmic Storms, I'm just gonna skip, because that's the only way you could tell them, hey, we don't really care about this, you know? Now, some of you may do care about that, so if you do, buy it. But if you don't like it, don't buy it. And, you know, hopefully they'll learn. If they don't, then I'll be changing my tune for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's some guys like you that they just like everything that they put out, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, really, it's just your preference, honestly. Like I said, some of us, like for example, we think cosmic storms are annoying, but other people they like it, you know. And then astral planes, some people, maybe like yourself, think that, oh well, any extra stuff in the game is good. You know, because it keeps the game from just being one-dimensional or whatever. It just adds more flavor. All right, I can understand that. Me personally, it's just like, well, I think there's better things that they could be spending their time on. You know, now when they came out with Machine Age, that was an absolute banger. Like that. If they did more stuff like Machine Age, I tell you, they would turn things around. You know, but yeah, like, but I will acknowledge that it's not just Stellaris that Paradox is kind of messing up. Well, Paradox is actually doing all right with Stellaris, but they have been messing up in other areas outside of Stellaris. It's just we don't really talk about those because they're not Stellaris. But yeah, like especially in the case of City Skylines 2, I think that was definitely a stinker, and that definitely a mark on the reputation. They need to learn from that and grow from it and move on, and definitely need to work and make it better, and kind of fix their mistake there. But so they give you access to star systems inside the center of the galaxy. Okay, that's interesting. All right, well, okay, guys, enough talk. Let's get to the game here. I don't want to bore anyone to death. I don't think I'm boring anyone to death. But yeah, I just wanted to mention those things really quick. So, now this guy claimed a couple of my planets, but see, here's the thing. This guy, the guy we just fought, they're going to war with the Federation on our map. And that's great for us, which means they're going to be weak and ripe for the taking after that. So what we're going to do we're basically going to just try to improve our economy and our fleet. You know what, guys? Honestly, part of me really wants to shit can this run. As even though we didn't lose that war, we actually sort of came out on top. We did lose some things, but it's not that really. What's really it's really bugging me about this run is just our territory. And we can't really seem to expand that much. I mean, we did get that, but we're not really going to be able to use this planet, I don't think. Yeah, it's a yellow planet. I mean, it's kind of like, if you look at this, like this guy's territory is about as big as ours, and he got like 16 planets to work with. We got all this, and let's see, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 planets out of all that. 5 fucking planets to work with, dude. Like, out of all this territory. That's fucking bullshit. It really is. We did get screwed here. Like, really did. The rest are yellow or red planets. I mean... Now, okay, you said we could integrate. So let's look at our agreements. But does this guy even have anything really to... I mean, you look at this, he's only got like 2 planets. That's not really going to help us. I mean, in the long run. I hate to sound pessimistic. It's just like... Yeah, and we could do habitats, and I thought about doing that. It's just by the time we get habitats and get those going, we'll either have won or we'll have lost the game. I mean, but I think the thing is, I simply don't think we have enough population. We're not going to have enough economy to stay ahead. Is what I think. Oh, so we actually got 2 worlds. Well, the other thing that really annoys the hell out of me, okay? So, like, about terraforming, right? So, we have terraforming, like, we have terrestrial sculpting, but then we gotta wait till almost endgame to get ecological adaptation just to change the crappy planets that we have into good ones. So that's the other issue. Like, that also makes a lot of bad runs. It's like, because we're like basically stuck right now. Because we're not getting that technology. We're not going to be getting ecological adaptation for a while. I can almost guarantee it. Like, especially at the rate we're going. But I guess we'll just. Like I said, I'm not really motivated to play this game this particular game much longer. Yeah, like, I mean, I never considered messing with the pop growth settings. I didn't. Are there even pop growth settings? Now we have more star bases than what we need. This one. No, that's some good. That's some good naval capacity there. So is that one. I'm okay with being a little over, I think. Yeah, I'm okay with being a little over. Well, it's just like, and this guy's like spam claiming our stuff. So, like, okay, we could get rid of these tile blockers. Okay, that's something. That'll give us 4 districts to work with. How are we on strategics? Okay. $17 minutes late. Maybe that's no wonder. Like, you know, you don't get a lot of people right away. YouTube kind of gets behind on that shit.
We are being hailed.
Yeah, like, you know, by now, like, I would have liked to have had, like, maybe at least 120 or 200 alloy gain, and, like, not being able to really raise our gain that much is not fun. Okay. So we've got... Now, we did get arc furnaces. Oh, not for Riven. Welcome to the channel. Do you prefer wide or tall empires? Absolutely prefer wide empires. I fucking hate playing tall most of the time. Unless I have tons of vassals to work with, that's one thing. But, like, yeah, just you know, one planet challenge, that kind of stuff. Now, I've never done a one planet challenge to this day. I've thought about doing it just to say I did it. But yeah, no. Wide is my jam by far. Like, that's my default state. I like to just expand and expand and expand. I don't like to just sit there with the same territory the entire game. I just find it very boring for me personally. Not saying that tall is bad or that, like, you know, that it doesn't work. It absolutely can, does. In fact, a lot of times it's the meta, but I just, yeah. I would like to do a virtual run at some point, like I said, just to say that I did. Like, I mean, it also depends too, like, okay, for example, if I'm a megacorp, right, I'll consider playing tall or tolerating tall, you know. Yeah, like, I have the most fun when I'm playing wide. I guess is the best way for me to put that.
Construction completed.
Two fucking ships? Really? Okay. I mean, it's not required, but, like, I mean, it like, if you're going to play tall, playing Megacorp makes it a lot easier. Because you expand in other ways besides... And you're busy in other ways besides just, you know, taking and claiming systems and you know, managing planets. There's a lot of other things with Megacorp to keep you busy. Well, also, and also, if you've got, if you're vassalizing like crazy, that's another thing too. It's just, the thing of it is too, and this is what makes the later difficulties even harder, is that if your entire game is centered around getting vassals, you're going to be really disappointed in the later in the later difficulties, because, like, it's almost impossible to vassalize someone diplomatically, basically. Like, you have to basically do it by force, you know, or you're not doing it at all. At least in the beginning.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
So, I think we're going to say screw it and start building arc furnaces. Yeah, let's get some more habitability. Let's see. So, we're going to go through our planets. That's a nope. That's a possible, but we're gonna try to find something like absolutely massive, like with lots of bodies. We're looking for systems with lots of bodies. This could be one. This is. We'll keep looking something that's like, holy crap. That's what I want. I want something that makes me say holy crap. This one is decent. I think this is a good one here. We could probably put that right here. Well, we gotta take a science ship and research this stupid ass anomaly right here. Take a construction ship and make an arc furnace there. So we actually don't have enough alloys to like make another one yet. So that's the most you can zoom out. Bullshit.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
All right, so we got Star Fortress. That's good. Yeah, I think we. Well, this is a. We actually have enough rare crystals. We can skip this for now. But we need ion thrusters. Yeah, arc furnaces from Machine Age. It's really cool. It's actually, as long as we don't, our energy credits stay good, we will fix our alloy problem with arc furnaces, at least for a little bit. So I think this is a decent one too, maybe. Yeah, this one ain't bad. So we could probably take a construction ship and. So ethics and civics, I recommend if I was going to play tall. So I've been around the block a bit. Even though I don't really have nearly as much experience with tall empires as I do with wide, I do have some. So, like, for example, if you were a Hive Mind, actually playing tall could be really good. But honestly, if you're gonna play tall, I would get Machine Age and do Virtual Ascension. That is like king right now. Like it's at least that's what I've seen and heard. It's incredibly broken, like, or has a potential to be. Like Virtual Ascension is very good if you're doing, especially if you're doing like a one planet challenge, like if you're going super tall. Otherwise, I recommend Megacorp for sure. Try that out. You know, the Megacorp Authority with the Megacorp DLC. Now, if you're just looking from a vanilla standpoint, I mean, that's a little more complicated. I haven't really... There's not a lot of things in vanilla that, like, really help you play tall, like, directly. A lot of it's in the DLC. I think... So... You'd want to do... You probably want to pick one of the Ascension Civics if you were just doing a straight vanilla Empire. That's something, you know, with the base game. If you're just doing base game, I would probably pick an Ascension Civic. Like, I forgot what the name is. But basically, the Civics that increase, planetary ascension bonuses. Make them cheaper, make them more effective, give them greater bonuses. So I would definitely pick something like that. I would probably pick Egalitarian and Materialist for sure. And for the research bonuses that provides. So Mind over Matter. I don't remember exactly what that does, so I'm not really familiar with that. Is that like Psionic Ascension or something? In that case, you'd need Utopia, which I think you're going to need regardless. Honestly, if you play the game long enough and you don't get Utopia, you're kind of shortchanging yourself, to be honest. It's kind of like playing StarCraft without ever getting Brood War. It's like, why? Why not? Like, but yeah, like there's nothing bad about getting Utopia at all. Like, yeah, it's basically a must buy. Like, if you're enjoying, if you're enjoying Stellaris and you felt like you got your money's worth, Like, there is almost no reason to not buy Utopia if you have the money. Like, and it goes on sale a lot. I wish they would, honestly, I wish they would just incorporate it into the base game. I really think that's what, I think, honestly, if Paradox really wanted to help their reputation, I really think what they should do, I've said this before, is just basically make their oldest DLC, like Utopia, just make it a part of the base game as a kind of thank you to the, you know, to the people that, you know, are still playing Stellaris. But like, and to encourage new players to get, you know, the base game, because they'll get more stuff now if they get it. But like, or at least bundle it with a bunch of the older DLCs and like price it like at a cheap price, like 10 or 20 bucks or something. Because I'm telling you, nobody's gonna buy. Most people aren't gonna pay 20 bucks for a DLC that came out like 5 years ago. Let's face it. Like, at least I'm like, dude, that's been out forever. Why is it this? It's like a $60 game that came out like 10 years ago and it's still priced at $60. It's like, why? Why is this priced at $60? Are you nuts? Yeah, like, really, it should be like an entry-level DLC bundle. Like, yeah, like I said, like 10 bucks. But it seems like they're going the subscription route, and I mean, that's gonna have mixed reviews. Like, I think actually this is the problem that Paradox is having right now. They keep making these decisions that come out with mixed reviews. I think if they kind of worked on their publicity a little bit and did some things, you know, did some fan service, I guess. I don't know, have a better word for it. But like, just, you know, gave something back. I mean, sounds counterintuitive, but really, like, I couldn't think of a better way for them to fix their reputation right now. You know, because I'll admit, Paradox has dinged it a little bit over the past couple of years. So you have Utopia, Apocalypse, Federation, Synthetic Dawn, and Ancient Relics. Those are good ones. I'm not sure about Ancient Relics, but like, a lot of people like Ancient Relics. But yeah, Utopia, Apocalypse. You know, now I used to not like Apocalypse that much, but honestly, I've changed my tune over the years about that DLC. Federations, I also have mixed feelings about that one. I think Federations could have offered more than what it gave me personally, but it's still alright. Like, it still does offer some decent things. Especially if you're big on Federations. Apocalypse is a lag reducer. Yeah, I've heard that. The whole Colossus thing. You know what's funny? I've actually never used that. To be honest, I've always just had a small map where it just dealt with the lag. Call me a glutton for punishment. It's just going to take forever to get those arc furnaces to a point to where they're going to generate alloys for me. Well, I think the thing that like annoys me the most about playing Tall is that like you get to a point like right now where it's like I don't really know what else to do to optimize my empire. I really don't. Cleared. Like just about everything that I'm basically just waiting for everything. Yeah, Machine Age is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Like, if there was a number 2 to Utopia, it would be Machine Age, to be honest. That is the best DLC that they've come out with since Utopia, for sure. I would argue Overlord myself, but a lot of people didn't like that DLC. Nemesis is the Become the Crisis DLC. But like, yeah, that's if you like being the Crisis, you know, and all that. My problem with Becoming the Crisis is that, one, it's not clear how the hell you progress, and then, you know, unless you read guides, and then, two, it's not, like, by the time you get anything good from it, like, it's, like, endgame, pretty much. And the research is horrendous. Like, I really do not like the cost of the research for the Crisis stuff. It's a real turnoff. Like 300,000, really? You're gonna make it that expensive? I have to forego like 50 years of research just to research one thing? It's really not motivating, honestly. Yeah, yeah, I mean, so yeah, Becoming the Crisis is kind of hard for me,
Council
to be honest.
Available.
It's hard for me to want to give up all that research. But I guess, like, yeah, you have to kind of bank on research from the beginning. Okay, we have some more alloys, so maybe we could make more arc furnaces. I think this might be decent too. We'll go ahead and build something here as well. Good. Okay. So, riddle me this, but oh, this is a fucking science ship. What? Alright. Let's change his orders. Okay. So I guess I need to get some more construction ships out. I think what I'm gonna do though is I definitely am, because we're about to get, we're gonna be getting a lot more minerals. So I think we do need to go to our industrial worlds and buy some more districts. We'll replace that with Chamber of Elevation. We could replace that with a Chamber of Elevation as well. Wow, I'm not resettling anything here with these fucking criminal jobs. Fuck that. Now, I think I can terraform. Yes, I can. Okay. I have enough for one. I think it'd be smart to get something with a lot of generator districts. That's another thing that's been kind of annoying. Of course, it's a fucking tomb world. Of course. None of the plants we've been getting really are rich in energy districts. I guess we'll go for this one. Oh no, this is a tomb world too. Wow, okay. Yeah, we'll go for this one. Alright. That doesn't have a molten planet, I don't think. No, it doesn't. Alright, that's all the alloys we have for now. Hopefully we'll get a megastructure tab soon and we'll be able to start upgrading them. Okay, so he's over there for some reason. I never told him to go over here and dock. That would definitely give me more resources. Oh, you know what's dumb? I haven't put a Ministry of Truth on this castle yet. So we'll go ahead and do that. The thing is, we're going to be spending a lot of alloys to set up these arc furnaces, and, you know,
Blocker cleared.
I don't know if we'll be able to do that and then get our fleets up before they come at us again, if they come at us again.
Situation log has been updated.
So we'll go ahead and terraform that as well. Okay, so the best fleet combo, honestly, so if you're going to do combo, which I actually recommend mono-hauling carriers, if you can. But for me, generally, if I do a combination in endgame, it would be corvettes and carrier battleships. Basically. I don't ever use frigates. I don't like them, and yeah, I think they're dumb. Honestly, I don't like frigates, dude. But cruisers are good until you can get battleships. Oh, you don't have those on console? Well, consider yourself lucky, because, like, I think frigate kind of, yeah, really messed things up in this game in some respects. I know I sound bitter. That's because I have until I figured out that carriers, you know, were the best. Like, frigates caused me a lot of problems. So, like, basically, the thing of it is, so if you're playing PvP, this advice isn't gonna always apply. But right now, based on what I've seen, ever since they made those drastic ship changes, and weapons changes. I think that honestly, Strikecraft and carriers is really the best thing you can do against the computer AI. Now against other players, that's mixed, of course. It just depends on if they're countering you, and it depends on the counterplay and stuff. You know, counterplay is a huge part of PvP. You know, but as far as disruptors are concerned, what I keep hearing about disruptors, and it's been true for me, is that they generally work really well until mid to end game, and then they just stop working. And you just start losing your fleets, which sucks. Like, I guess with plasma launchers, the computer uses them really well. I don't. I hate them. Well, the thing with frigates is that they're slow. So, well, frigates are really slow, and they if they're fighting corvettes or any kind of small ships, they're extremely weak. But they are, if they can get in range of the bigger ships, they will absolutely slaughter them. So, like, that's the other reason I go carriers only, is for the most part, is because if I don't, then they will just chew up any cruisers or battleships that don't have strikecraft to keep the frigates busy, because the frigates will just use their photon launchers and just delete your bigger ships. Basically, is what ends up happening every time, or what did happen for a while, until I started using carriers. I put a stop to that shit. So yeah, I got a grudge against frigates, and I think so. I think the frigate is what I like to call a computer-friendly unit, in that, like, the computer will always use it better than a player can, most of the time, unless that player is, like, very highly mechanically gifted. What's the research order for ships? So basically, you generally, obviously, get corvettes first, or that's what you start with, and then you get destroyers. Now, you could get frigates either before or after destroyers, but you generally, the tech generally pops up before cruisers. You usually don't get cruisers till after you see frigates, usually. So you're generally going to have destroyers, corvettes, and frigates at the beginning of the game. So, yeah. And I'm telling you guys this for you PvE guys, like, the computer, the AI will at some point, they will spam frigates and put photon launchers on them. They do it every single time, I'm telling you. Every single one of my games since that change came out, that's what the computer's been doing. And the only way I've found to counter that is with carriers. Plain and simple. Like, you know, consistently. Without getting grossly countered myself. Yeah, so... yeah, just watch my ship design video for sure. I actually updated the thumbnail for it. Hopefully it gets more views. It gets more click-through rate. Hopefully that doesn't backfire. I don't see why it would, though, because the wording is bigger, it's easier to see, the pictures are easier to see. I think all around the thumbnail is better. Like, so, yeah, if you're not... basically, with frigate spam, you want to use carriers, but if you don't have carriers, then yeah, just pump out corvettes. It's like your best bet, really. Because anything, even destroyers, and this is what annoys me about frigate spam, they'll even screw up your destroyers. Your destroyers will get deleted too. Yeah, they really need to do some tweaking to torpedoes in this game. I really think they do. They really need to, like, tone it down. Like, I don't think that a weapon like that should so easily, like, destroy a battleship, for example, or a cruiser. I don't I don't think like one frigate should be able to take out a cruiser like that. That's kind of dumb. Like, yeah, it should do more damage, but like, yeah, I don't... Shouldn't be having the stuff that I've seen go on. Anyway. Okay, we got 1,000 alloys. That's good. Nothing we can upgrade yet.
Research concluded.
I actually think we should get another arc furnace started. Oh, we did just upgrade our energy credits. That's good. Let's see here. I'm inclined to pick the antimatter reactor. Hyperdrive 3 would be good. Let's pick the reactor. We need 0-point reactor anyway. Well, so what really bothers me about torpedoes, okay, like I would be a bigger fan of them if they made them counterable by either flak or point defense. But they don't. If the enemy gets torpedoes and you have a bunch of big ships and you don't have carriers, they will delete your ships. They will win every time. I've seen it happen over and over again. It's so stupid. They'll just get a fleet of... They'll just frigate spam, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, basically, other than just to start pumping out corvettes. Yeah, like, you know, give me a weapon I can switch to deal with torpedoes. Seriously. So I can save my ships. Like, that was... I lost so many games during that time. Like, I really did. It sucked. And I was trying to grow my channel during that time too, so I'm a little sore. I'm a little sore at frigates and torpedoes, for sure. And if it weren't for how effective carriers are at dealing with them, I would say like, yeah, you basically got to go torpedoes. But to be honest, I think if I hadn't found the effectiveness of carriers, I really gotta be honest, I don't think I would have been playing this game much longer, to be honest. I would have just gotten bored with it. I would have been like, dude, this is dumb. Like, what's the point in having bigger ships? Like, really, in this meta? Okay, so I haven't built any others yet. Let's see if we can find some... Okay, though, this one might be good. Oh, we have a molten world here. I think we should probably build a arc furnace here. But yeah, flak for sure. Because see, flak doesn't really have a place in this game right now. I don't think. I think flak is one of the neglected weapons. I think really flak should be the one to be able to step in on that. Flak would give people options other than going carriers. Like if someone doesn't or can't go carriers, I think flak should be like the second go-to for, you know, for torpedoes.
Construction completed.
Well, and if nothing else, you could put flak on destroyers to, like, protect themselves against torpedoes. Like I said, torpedoes are so stupid that even destroyers can't stop them. Like, even destroyers get totally creamed by a fleet of frigates. You know, the way the computer sets them up. It's absolutely... yeah, it's retarded. I think it's retarded.
We are being hailed.
Yeah, no,
We are being hailed.
Well, you can't really even call the ship changes recent anymore, really. So I have a lot of alloys. Yeah, I'm gonna be, hold on. I think we can, yep, we can upgrade this one. Let's do that. But yeah, I think definitely if they do another weapons update, they need to. I'm not. I don't like to say nerf stuff, but I think like they should. So the furnace right here. Right now it's just giving me one. So we need to wait for this thing to get to the next level.
Research concluded.
I don't think there's anything. So we have research. Okay, iron thruster's done. Honestly, I mean, we might as well get habitats. That's the best thing on there anyway, so. I would too. I would accept the torpedo nerf. It's too strong. It's unrealistic too. Like, why would they do so much damage to destroyers? Destroyers aren't that much bigger than corvettes. Like, I think really what they should have done with torpedoes is like, yeah, give them good multiplicative damage, but like, not as much, and like, you know, scale it to cruisers and battleships and above, not destroyers. I don't think they should do anything to destroyers and corvettes. I don't think it should even be 1-to-1. I think it should just not do that much damage to corvettes and destroyers. That way you have some counterplay, right? I mean, so these, you know, jackass computers, they're pumping out frigates. Well, I can pump out destroyers, you know, come out with L-slot destroyers and shit like that, you know? Like I said, true counterplay, right? You know, flat cannons and large slot weapons, like, you know, there's... Like, I think they had the right idea in that, like, okay, there needs to be a way for small ship fleets to counter big ship fleets, but I think they just went way overboard with it. Like, they like, you know, they went way overboard with it. Well, and see, again, this is my problem with big nerfs. When you nerf something too much, and that's what torpedoes were, they were a big nerf to big ship fleets. It's very obvious and apparent that that's what that change was designed to do. It was designed to, you know, counter big ship fleets or nerf them. Basically, because before that, right, we all knew what was going on. Any of you who played Stellaris before these changes came out, before frigates and the changes they made to torpedoes, it was basically, you know, doomstack battleships. Doomstack battleships with X-slot weapons, which ironically, that's still what you do at the end of the day. But like, before, it was just, that's all you did. There wasn't really anything else you should be doing. Like, so, yeah, it was pretty inflexible, but man, dude, like... Yeah, so, like, basically what the linear path I take is, obviously you start with corvettes. But then, when you get destroyers... You do destroyers and a little bit of corvettes. But then when you get cruisers, you stop making destroyers, you stop making corvettes, or I do, and then I make them carriers and I just pump out carrier cruisers. And then when I get battleships, I do the same thing with battleships. As soon as I get access to an X-slot weapon, I take out one of the hangars and put the X-slot weapon there. And that's basically what I do. That's like X-slot carriers is my go-to. That's my end game right there. I don't really do Titans or anything. I just keep it at that. That's basically where I stay for most of the game. And just keep upgrading my weapons. Alright, so I think we could actually... Yeah, let's reinforce. By the time these are ready, we'll be ready to purchase it again. So who hates us? Where are these guys? Oh, these guys? They ain't nothing. Do you think the X slot is more worth than extra fighters? Absolutely. Well, yeah, it sounds a little counterintuitive, but really, there's nothing that beats an X slot weapon. There really isn't. Like, there's nothing that beats that, even today, that beats that Alpha Strike, dude. Like, with X slot weapons, it's just too powerful, dude. Like, you delete like half their shit in one salvo when you have X slot weapons. And they do the same to you if they have X slot weapons. But if you don't have X slot weapons and they do, they delete half your shit in one hit before you can do anything. So that's why you need them. That's why they're a must-have. Because it's basically just counterplay at that point, really. Like, you will destroy them if you got it and they don't, and they will destroy you if they have it and you don't. That's been my experience. So, like, yeah, as soon as you get an X-slot weapon, put them on your battleships. There's no negotiation. But the good news is, it can be any kind of X-slot weapon. Don't listen to anybody that says that, like, oh, it has to be a Giga Cannon or it has to be a Tachyon Lance. There are some situations where that's true, of course. And numbers-wise, they're not exactly wrong. But really, in the grand scheme of things, the X-slot weapons, they do so much damage that it really doesn't matter. Like, they're doing so much damage. Like, even the arc emitter, like, that is still, on average, going to do way more damage than they have any hull or shields or armor to absorb, you know? Especially when you have a lot of ships doing that at once. So, I mean, yeah, and the other thing too is, you generally, most games are not going to be able to research every single weapon, so just research the closest X-slot weapon that you can find. So, if you're doing disruptors, for example, like, even if the Tachyon Lance would be better against a certain type of fleet, I would still get an arc emitter anyway. Instead of going into lasers and waiting for that to complete to get your X-slot weapon. I would just go right for the arc emitter. Now, if you get Tachyon Lance later, and, you know, that works better against their ships, absolutely change that out. But, yeah, I mean, always counterplay when you can, but, like, you can't, it's really hard to go out of your way to counterplay, you know, tech-wise, because you can't choose what tech comes up, and, you know, and you have to choose something. You have to lock into something. You know, and you can't get that research back and, like, go research something else after the fact. So, that's why counterplay is hard. So, anyway, but yeah, any X-slot weapon will do, just get one, basically. Alright, so I'm liking our alloy gain. Now we gotta wait for 1500. We'll be able to get alloys, which will be great.
We are being hailed.
So they want a defensive pact. Let me see. Are you powerful? Yeah, you're powerful. Okay. Yeah, why not? This is actually really good. We just got into a defensive pact with this empire. Alright, now what I'm hoping this is going to do is, if this guy goes to war with me before I'm ready, he'll have to fight on both sides of his empire. You know, that's bad for him. So it's going to be kind of a deterrent for him to try that shit again. Now, this guy's fleets worry me a little bit. I think I do need to start pumping out fleets a little bit. Well, when I get these arc furnaces upgraded, though, I'm gonna be smoking with alloys. It's just the gambit is, can I get these arc furnaces upgraded and get my fleets in place before they declare war on me?
Council agenda ready.
Hold on a second. Oh, you know what, guys? One sec. Hey guys, I gotta turn the game sound off real quick. I gotta check something real quick. Okay, guys. So listen up. I actually have to end a little early today. I know, sad face. I've got something I've got to do, but Anyway, it was good talking to you guys, hanging out. Appreciate the chats and stuff. You know, new chatters. Glad you're here. Hope you keep coming back. And yeah, so hopefully tomorrow we'll get these arc furnaces upgraded and everything, and see if we can out compete these guys in fleet power, and just kind of explode a little bit. Hopefully, I mean our alloys are already doing pretty good. See, this is where I wanted my alloys to be, like 50 years ago. You know, and there have been games where I've been able to do that, but like, yeah, getting to do that consistently has been annoying. Yeah, well, yeah, just I've got to I gotta go hang out with some friends. I'll put it that way. But I will definitely catch you guys later, or catch you guys tomorrow. And thanks for coming out. Take care, and I'll see you next time.